What's up, everybody? Irina and Alina here, and today we bring you a very fun topic.
Yeah, hi, Irina.
Hello, Alina. Well, what did you experience this week? I'm always curious to know.
It's a small thing, but it's called, they call it a midrail. But you have a base cabinet, or it could be even a tall cabinet that you have in your home. And if there's usually two doors, when you open, there's a midrail that's in the center of it. And
those are so fun. They make your salad bowls not fit. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Salad bowls, soup bowls, anything bulky that you're trying to store at the bottom or anything like that is such a pain.
And I bought this beautiful set of salad bowls, and they're big and they just don't fit. So guess what they're resting right now on the countertop.
Yeah. It's a pain. It's a huge pain as far as getting, you're already on your force trying to get that whatever dish you need to use, and then you're chucking it out, you're getting it out, and then that midrail just like jams it. Then you gotta like tilt it, and then kind of
if
play
you're lucky, it gets
geometry a little bit, and then you get it out. And so it's very noticeable. If people use their kitchens and they use their pots and pans, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Right. So if someone has it at their house, what should they do? Should they just remodel the entire kitchen? What's the solution?
Yes, solutions. I got two solutions that I thought about. So one is like very, I don't know. I guess if you don't want to spend any money and it's just such an inconvenience, and you have a saw in your house, and you just kind of want to take out that frustration and make a quick home improvement, what you can do is get a saw, go in your kitchen, find that midrail, and saw off the top and the bottom of the midrail. But don't trash it. Don't trash it, because if you take it away and then you close your face frame cabinet, you're gonna have a hole. So
that's right, because it's so the doors don't touch each other.
Right.
There's gonna be a gap.
Right. Usually it's you'll have an overlay of cabinets, right? You'll have some sort of reveal where the face frame is exposed. So what you can do is then pick a door. Maybe a left one would kind of make sense. Unless whatever door you open second.
Right.
Second.
Right.
That's that's something to consider. Take the midrail and staple it or nail it to the back of one of the doors. I told you it's ghetto, like and it's free, and it's frustrating, right? This is a problem solved solution. So you nail it to the back of one of the doors. And so when you close it, make sure that door is closed first, and then the other one without the midrail is second. And that's something you're going to have to kind of work with moving forward. You can't just open any door as you wish, because the midrail needs to come out second, if that makes sense. Does that make sense?
It does. So I like that solution is free.
Free.
I love free or a good deal.
But if you want to you can be like, okay, Alina, super ghetto. I don't roll like that. I live in suburbs where, we got HOA and all that stuff. I
don't know what HOA has to do with that, but keep going.
Well, like HOA upkeeps and makes your living space look cute and all. I don't know. I don't know anything about homes. That's your expertise. I know inside the homes. So another solution is pull-outs. Pull-outs are huge. They're super convenient. Do a little minimal construction. You kind of need a handyman, or hire your husband to do it. Or
just do that. Do that.
Whoa, we ain't sexist over here. Hold on. Whoa.
Yes. Well, if you have a toolbox with you and you know how to use a drill and a tape measure, you can do that yourself.
Yeah, woman power.
Yes.
You can totally do it. Chicks out there, show your husband what's up. Boyfriend or whatever. Oh yeah, anyway, back to we derailed. So take that glide. Take those glides, adjust them, put the pull out on there. The convenience factor is going to be huge. You're going to maybe spend, $200, maybe at most $300. Oh no, probably for a set. It can't be that expensive. They're pretty cheap.
Just get a quote.
Yeah, get a quote. Just get new cabinets.
Yes, hashtag new kitchen.
Hashtag Lux Kitchens Inc.
Listen, so let's back up a little bit. What is a pull-out? What is drawer and what is the pull out? What's the difference?
Good question. So there are doors, usually at your pantry or usually base cabinets have them, right? You got to open the two doors and then the pull out is the lingo, I guess.
Okay.
It looks like a drawer, the box, but it doesn't have a face, right?
Oh,
that's why
that
it's
makes
a pull
sense.
out,
Right.
And same idea as a drawer. You have glides.
But it's just behind the doors.
But it is hidden behind the doors, and
that's
you
cool.
never know it's there. As far as drawers, they have faces, and they're usually for whatever little things. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, it's perfect. And I like that because then if it's a deep cabinet, you don't need to dive in half of your body length or depth to reach a can of peas.
Oh my gosh.
So much
Pull-outs.
easier.
Pull-outs is the thing right now. I mean, every client that we have, it's a little bit more pricier than a drawer, but not much. And the convenience of it is just insane. Anyway, Irina, so let's talk real estate a little bit.
Oh, let's do it. Let's do this.
What you been up to? You're always on the go. Every time I see you, you're just like running around.
Oh gosh, when you have 3 kids, you can't sit. Literally. Well, anyway, I'm going to go into a kitchen. So today's actually we kind of parallel. It's the kitchen space. So I've been talking with a lot of sellers lately, and question one is, of course, what can I do to bring up the value of my house? Among other things, we're going to talk kitchen because that's the heart of the house. That's where people spend majority of their time. An updated kitchen can help your sale, and an outdated kitchen can stand in the way of a good sale. So there's such a thing as in getting a money return for what you've invested. And there's another thing of bringing up the value of a house. And the number one thing I would say when the buyers come looking at the house is actually to see if the kitchen has been updated. If it's an outdated kitchen, the perception of a house automatically goes down. So I'm going to talk about a few points. What you can do easily to bring up a value of the house by upgrading your kitchen. The number one is repainting your kitchen and adding some hardware. So we're going to talk about some color.
Okay. What do you mean by hardware?
Hardware, the knobs, the pulls, the visible part that you open the kitchen, the drawer or the door.
Okay.
Yeah, so the popular colors, and it's very important for you to focus on the popular colors today in today's market, which are the neutral, I would say, the neutrals. It's a little bit transition as I'm seeing from your guys' posts. People are doing different colors, but for now, for the most part, whites and grays are great. Shaker. Well, you don't need to change the doors. Don't change the subject. We're talking.
We kind of talked about it the last episode about red kitchens. Like it's bougie. And
don't do it. Don't do red if you're trying to sell a kitchen.
Yeah, and you told me that it was like, well, if you're trying to sell or buy or whatever, like that's like a no go. But if you're in the bees, you're making money in the bees, billionaires. Get yourself a red kitchen.
You don't need to be in a bees to make money. Yes. Well, if you're trying to sell a house, the number one rule, you have to make it so neutral that anybody walking in can envision themselves there. So to stay in the budget, just repaint the kitchen. And a very important thing is to just replace the little knobs and pulls because that's so going to change the whole perception and the look of your space.
Silver or gold?
Yes.
Super in style right now.
Right. And so depending on the style of your house, you want to match the knobs as much as you can to that style. So if it's more of a modern side, keep it very sleek, simple. And if it's a more of a rustic, invest into something like decorative, maybe some glass or some with fun accents. There are many options on there. You can just express your creativity, but remember to stay neutral because that's the goal here. We want to neutralize the space and update it so that the next buyer can come in and envision themselves there. The other thing you want to do is point number 2 of the series of redoing or kind of updating the kitchen is matching the appliances. So appliances is another big thing. They're not necessarily very expensive unless you go for expensive brands like Wolf, which I highly don't recommend if you're trying to sell a house. That would be a very costly investment. But just updating the appliances or matching them. So I've seen cases where there were like 3 different colors of appliances in the same kitchen. Black refrigerator, silver, dishwasher, and a white range. Don't do that. So if you have that, just focus on one color, just pick one. If you can go, silver, stainless steel is always important, always popular.
Looks good.
And it looks good. And a realtor like me would say stainless steel appliances, like it's a big deal, but it's a big deal to buyers out there.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it just goes with the vibe, right? I'm assuming to buy, sell.
Yeah, so that's point number 2. Point number 3 is update the lighting. Lighting is also huge.
How many points do you have?
I have like 4.
You're really trying to sell and buy a home. Okay, 3, lighting. Let's go.
So lighting is also important because having yellow tone to light makes your space dark. So the least you can do if you have modern light fixtures is changing the light bulbs. How
LED
easy is
lights.
that? LED lights. Yeah,
or
just
hire
make
an
it.
electrician.
You don't need an electrician for a light bulb, Alina.
Oh, I don't know. We don't know who our crowd is.
That's true. Hire someone to change the light bulbs for you because it's gonna make it brighter and it's gonna look better. If you have outdated or very, very specific style light fixtures in your kitchen, and most likely it would be something above the island or above the dining table, something that is already pre-wired and already hanging down. You should consider changing that up into more of a neutral and more modern light fixture. So that would be it, and changing the light bulb. So that's point number 3.
Also, maybe I've seen, in the kitchen, especially if it's an older kitchen, they don't have lighting under the upper cabinets. You can go to Home Depot, I'm sure, and buy one of those lighting strips.
Great point.
Sensors.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know if they're on battery and you need to be connected. I'm not an electrician, but I'm sure it can't be that expensive. But it would make all the difference, especially when clients are walking through the kitchen and they can see light coming out.
Absolutely.
I think that would just totally add to the vibe.
Yes.
Right?
Absolutely. That's a fabulous. Thank you for bringing that up.
Well, you're welcome. I kind of know a thing or two about kitchens.
Gosh. If anybody knows about the kitchens, it's that person right there. LuxKitchensIncorporated.com. Just go ink.
Yeah, I would think.
But I'm like, as I'm saying these things, I'm almost thinking, you don't necessarily need to want to sell a house. It's a great tip for anybody owning a house with a kitchen that are looking to upgrade it on the budget. This is just like some budget ideas that you can do and do it over the weekend.
Like when you wake up in the middle of the night and you want some ice cream and you're craving it. And so, everybody's asleep.
I thought you were going to say if you wake up at the night, you want to do a project, go start it at night.
Yeah, just start, sawing down your kitchen. No, I was just thinking, with the lighting is so important, especially if it's a sensor. You walk into your kitchen without having to feel around everywhere. You walk in there, the lights kind of pop up, the dim lights, and then you get into the freezer and get yourself some Ben &
very
Jerry's.
romantic.
Hey.
Yes, coffee flavor.
No, not in the middle of the night. You're trying to go to sleep.
No, coffee ice cream is still the best. Coffee all the way.
Is that what you do? Do you get coffee?
No, I don't. I don't have ice cream in my household right now.
You don't have sugar in your household.
We do. We're getting off topic. Off topic.
Point number 4.
And the final one is the kitchen sink. So many of us spend a lot of time. I know it's one of those things you don't expect to get such bang for your buck, but it's the easiest thing you can do. If it's an outdated, scratched kitchen sink,
farm sink.
Right. Well, you can do whatever. Remember, you're trying to stay on the budget, and I would never recommend going expensive when you're selling a house. Unless, of course, it's a fixer-upper. Of course, the topic is different. But you can just invest into a stainless steel sink from Home Depot, measure an opening, again, hire a handyman. And then, of course, with the sink, you can do ceramic, you can do stainless steel, whatever the style of the kitchen is, you want to stay in the style. So if your appliances are white, might as well do a white sink, like ceramic sink. Or if it's stainless steel, do stainless steel. You can... want to stay in the trend.
I don't know how difficult or easy that would be because I'm thinking about granite, not a granite person. But if you're gonna get a new sink, even when you measure it, a lot of the marbling and the granite kind of overlaps and makes it look like it belongs there. So if you then take it out, I wonder. I wonder what the process of that would be. It might be a little technical, but it might be a
Good
quick
point.
fix. I don't know.
Depends on a sink. Thank you for bringing that up. See, it's so beneficial to have a professional next to me,
Oh,
clarifying all that stuff for sure.
It was
Yeah,
just Valentine's
but
Day. Thank you.
you're
Just feel
welcome.
so loved.
Yes, yeah, love is in the
With
air.
that.
But before I wrap up this little topic, while we're at sinks, you can also redo the little faucet. So faucet is another statement piece of the kitchen that you know if it's modern, if it's new or not, and it's very inexpensive considering all the other costs. So you can also consider redoing that as well. So those are the things that are great to get a return and get up the value of your house if you're trying to sell it.
Yeah. I'm just curious. How much would the value be upped? You know,
Right.
if you do say little things like you get a new sink, you do light fixtures, da da da. Like what are we talking about? Are we talking about like $2,000 up the value? Or are we talking about like $500,000 up the value?
It's a great question, and unfortunately, of course, there's no specific number, but I can tell you this. It's not a specific return on your money, so I can't say you invest $2,000, you get $4,000 back. It doesn't work that way.
Oh.
It's all in the update and the perception of a house. That's what all marketing is all about. How is your property being presented for the buyer to perceive? Right? So you update the kitchen and the value of your home goes up. So it's definitely worth to consider if you have time and if you want to stay on the budget.
Agreed. I like it.
Yeah.
So those are the 4 tips?
Four tips.
Yeah. Wow. That's a lot. I should have been taking notes.
No, you could just replay the video.
Oh, that's right. We're
That's right.
recording.
Yes.
Awesome. All right. Well, I think that's a wrap. Those are some great points.
Yeah.
Let's call it a day. Let's go back to work.
If you guys have any questions, visit the links below. One is going to be to Luxe Kitchens. One is going to be to my. Subscribe to our channel. Hit the like button for the algorithm to promote this video to other people also looking for tips like this.
Yep.
Thank you and have a great day.
And goodbye.